My name is Ethan, and for the sake of privacy, I'll be changing the names of my family members. My younger brother will be called Leo, and my cousin will be called Marcus. This happened nearly 6 years ago, in the icy grip of December 2019. I was only 12 years old back then. Leo was 10, and Marcus, being the oldest of us three, was 14. We had all been excited for a simple family outing at our local McDonald's, something we usually did when the holidays rolled around. It was supposed to be a night of warm fries, hot chocolate, and laughter. But it didn't take long for that night to turn into something none of us would ever forget. As soon as we stepped inside the restaurant, the sharp winter air was replaced by the faint smell of fries and burgers sizzling in the back. I remember my mom chatting with my aunt near the counter, while Marcus and I joked about who could eat more nuggets. That's when a deep, angry voice cut through the chatter. I turned and saw him. A large, broad-shouldered man, veins bulging on his neck, yelling at a woman just outside the glass door. His fists were clenched, his face red with rage. He shoved her, and before I could even process it, his hand shot out and grabbed my mom's wrist as she stepped past. "Hey!" "Let go of her," I shouted without thinking, my voice cracking with both fear and anger. Instantly, my aunt gave me a sharp look, one that said, "Stay quiet, or you'll make this worse." And honestly, I thank her for that now. At 12, I had no idea how dangerous things could have gotten. The man finally released my mom, but the tension hung heavy. My aunt quickly paid for the food, while the rest of us tried to stay calm. Leo whispered, "Ethan." "What's happening?" His voice shook. "I don't know," I whispered back. "Just, let's not get involved." Marcus looked pale, his hands trembling against the tray. I tried to smile at him, though my stomach was tight with fear. "It's okay. We'll be fine. Just stay close." But things didn't calm down. The man stormed inside with the woman trailing behind, still screaming. "I told you I don't have your money, you filthy liar," she yelled. "Don't play games with me," he roared back. His voice rattled the walls. The entire restaurant went silent. Families froze mid-bite, kids clutched their toys, and parents held their children closer. Finally, a brave female employee stepped forward. She raised her voice, though I could hear the tremble in it. "You two need to leave right now, or I'm calling the police." For a moment, I thought the man would explode at her. My aunt leaned close and whispered in my ear, "Ethan, don't look at him. Just eat. Stay quiet." So we tried to focus on our food, but my hands shook so badly I nearly dropped my fries. The playground area in the corner, which had been the highlight of our night, looked like an abandoned ghost zone. Then Leo whispered the words that chilled me, "The cops will come, right? The cops will fix this." I wanted to believe him, but deep down I wasn't so sure. After a while, I excused myself, pretending I needed to check on my mom. That's when I saw something that made my heart stop. The man had calmed down, at least on the surface. He was standing near the entrance, talking with another guy, rough-looking, tattoos creeping up his neck. His girlfriend stood beside them. But that wasn't what froze me. It was the glimpse under his jacket. Tucked into his waistband were not one, but 3 shotguns hidden beneath his coat. My blood turned to ice. I didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't even blink. I forced myself to turn away slowly, pretending I hadn't noticed. My legs felt like stone, but somehow I walked back to the table. I sat down, my lips pressed tight, praying he hadn't seen me. Minutes dragged by like hours. Then finally, flashing blue and red lights painted the windows. The police stormed in. They spoke to the woman, to the employees, and to my mom. After what felt like forever, my aunt whispered, "Let's go." We left quietly, but none of us spoke in the car. My heart was still racing, my ears ringing. But just when I thought it was over, we passed a nearby gas station and saw them. The man and his friends, handcuffed against a squad car, shouting curses as officers pinned them down. That's when my mom explained the truth. The man had tried to snatch the woman's purse outside. When she resisted, he struck her. That night changed me. What was supposed to be a simple family outing became the night I realized how fragile safety could be. I was only 12, but I walked out of that McDonald's with a memory I'll never forget. Even now, years later, I still see his face in my mind, the face of a man who carried guns into a place filled with children. Story 2, The Attic Stranger. My name is Caleb, and this happened when I was 10 years old. I'm 15 now, but I still remember every detail like it happened yesterday. Back then, my family lived in a small town in Manitoba, Canada, before we later moved to Portage-la Prairie. I wasn't an athletic kid, but I loved volleyball. I wasn't good at it, not even close, but I wanted to learn. My parents had bought me a cheap volleyball, and I practiced with it constantly, even indoors where I wasn't supposed to. It was a Sunday night. My parents were at a gender reveal party, the kind of event they knew my brother and I would find boring. So they left us home alone. At first, everything felt normal. I spent some time outside with my neighbor, then went inside to the room I shared with my brother. That's when I picked up the volleyball and started tossing it into the air, practicing setting it. I was reckless, knocking over books, hitting the walls, but somehow nothing broke. I laughed, tossing it again and again. Then one throw hit the ceiling hard, right where the attic door was. The attic. It didn't even have a proper handle, just a small wooden panel you could push down. My curiosity got the better of me. "Hey," I told my brother, "help me carry the ladder." He didn't ask questions. He just shrugged and helped me drag the ladder upstairs. Before climbing up, I grabbed one of my favorite toys, one of those sticky hands you get at Halloween. My idea was simple: slap it on the attic panel, pull it down, and see what was inside. And it worked. The attic door creaked open, releasing a draft of cold, dusty air. My heart beat faster. I climbed the ladder, my brother waiting below. At first, I couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. I waved my hand in front of me and squinted. Then the shapes started to appear. A dusty couch. Old boxes. A bathtub we'd left up there years ago, still holding stagnant water. Wrappers and bits of food scattered on the floor. That's when I realized someone had been living up here. And then I saw him. A man, easily in his late 50s. Balding head, rotting teeth, his body thin but wiry. His eyes locked on me, wide and bloodshot. The stench hit me next, like garbage and sweat that hadn't been washed in weeks. For a second, I couldn't move. Then he lunged. I screamed so loud my throat burned and scrambled toward the ladder. My foot slipped on the rung, and in my panic, I jumped. I hit the floor hard but didn't stop. "Run," I shouted at my brother. We bolted out of the house, straight to our neighbors. We pounded on their door until they opened, gasping and crying as we told them what happened. The police came minutes later. Flashlights in hand, they searched the attic. But when they came back down, they shook their heads. "He's gone. Gone. Just like that." When my parents rushed home, I tried to explain everything: the smell, his face, the way he lunged at me. I gave the officers every detail I could. But there was nothing they could do. We never saw him again. But sometimes, late at night, when I hear the faintest creak above me, I wonder if he's still out there. Watching. Waiting.